The following podcast is a collection of creatives posing interesting perspectives and opinions on branding, marketing, business, and everything in between. The views expressed on this podcast do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of its guests, hosts, or production team. The names, circumstances, and situations discussed are about 98% fictitious, with the primary intent to protect the guilty. Well, this podcast is designed to educate, inform, enlighten, and if you're entertained in the process, we did our job.
Listen, are you constantly falling out with friends and family over mixing business and pleasure? Listen, if you have, this episode is for you. I am Jarvis Releford.
And I am Kris Kinder.
And this is the Making a Brand podcast. Stay tuned. Listen, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I want to thank you for joining the Making a Brand podcast. I am Jarvis Releford.
And I am Kris Kinder.
Listen, make sure you click like, click share, tell a friend, subscribe to the channel. It's up, man. Is we rocking and rolling?
Yes, rocking and
rolling.
rolling.
How you doing?
I'm excellent. So excited about the podcast.
I'm excited too. Things are going good.
Absolutely. I love sitting brainstorming it too.
What's going on in your world though? I know you got a lot popping. I seen your Facebook. Your Instagram. I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah, Facebook, Instagram, they're doing
you
pretty good. Yeah. I mean, honestly, just taking a hold of this industry as I know it. Mm-hmm. I just linked with a business partner that allows us to pitch ideas.
A business partner?
Yeah.
That's what we talk about today.
Yeah.
Okay.
So business partner is different, right?
Sound like a boyfriend.
We just met. This is new.
Oh, so you and this dude just met? And
why I gotta be a dude?
So you and this dude just met, and y'all finna be bouncing ideas off each other?
Nah. It's he has his own established business, and I have mine, and we come together and collaborate. Two different things.
That sounds cute. That sounds cute.
It is cute.
That sounds cute.
It's very cute.
All right. Well, what's his name?
We're not doing that. You know I don't name names. You know I am private. No names. You know who you are. You know who you are.
What? Okay. I don't know what just happened here, but so Kris has a new dude.
No, see, why you put dubs on it? Nothing in me said that. This is all business.
Kris has a new dude,
oh
and they bounce ideas off of each other.
You see how that narrative starts?
Make sure you tell a friend.
We're gonna fall out this whole episode.
We're gonna have a ticker going at the bottom of the screen that we're gonna have a ticker at the bottom of the screen that tells you, that's gonna say everybody's name.
I don't think I would go into business with someone I was dating. I think we should talk about that.
Why?
Well, I'm gonna get into that. Because.
But you in business right now with a dude that you dating. I don't understand.
I never said that.
Tone.
Literally never said that. He didn't hear me say that.
I could have
heard. He never heard me say that.
I met a guy. We're partners. And we bounce ideas off one another. That sounds like a relationship to me.
You see how you took that out of context? I said he has his own business. We are business partners. I put business partners, just met. Like if I was in a romantic relationship, I just try to separate the two. I'm sorry. I'm one of those people.
But how do you just meet a guy and then y'all determine y'all gonna be business partners? How does that work?
We collaborate. I collaborate with his business. My business collaborates with his business. So not necessarily me and him, it's his entity and mine.
So you're collaborating with other people that's in his business? Or is it just you and him collaborating?
Oh my goodness. He has people he's hired. What's so I'm sure I'll be working side by side with them as well. We don't do names. I don't do names. You'll never hear a name come out of my mouth. Ever.
Listen.
Ever. I'm so private. I am so private. I don't do it. Mm-mm.
It's okay if, you know what I'm saying? It's okay.
Would you date somebody and go into business with them?
It just depends. Have I ever? No, I haven't.
Never.
And I never have.
Why not?
There was the one girl I was telling you about. We kind of worked hand in hand. and she would do she would help like what we need. She would help make sure, your clothes, your hair is not flying away. She was doing that type of stuff. And that really put a poor taste in my mouth. I actually stopped letting women in on my business after that relationship ended.
Why? Because she was doing her job? What
she was doing the most. She wasn't doing her job. She was doing the most.
What was the most? What is the most?
The most is, so case in point, I had a client flew in from Virginia. This is early. Huh?
I said, here we go.
Here we go. This is my first like client that flew in town to work with us.
Okay. So
I'm geeked about this. Like, oh my gosh, she's flying in. So I rented a Benz. I picked her up from the airport. So you imagine your dude telling you this. Yeah, I'm renting a Benz today. I'm picking
They
up.
never rented no Benz from me.
Exactly. That's exactly what she said. So
I'm riding around in your Honda.
Or the Chevy. And I rented a Benz, picked her up from the airport, really rolled the red carpet out for this lady.
Okay.
And so we had a whole day of filming and all kind of other stuff. We did a podcast run. We did a bunch of stuff that day. And that evening we had the photo shoot. Mm-hmm. We get to the studio, and just like I'm sitting here now, and my phone is sitting here, I'm shooting, and my phone is like bzz, 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 bzz. And so I'm checking, and I'm shooting because it's unprofessional to, hey, 1 second. So I'm shooting, and I'm just looking at, I know you're screwing her. I know you like her. I could tell the way she looks at you. That's what I'm going through, like the entire freaking time.
But she's your business partner?
She was my girl.
She's your girl, but she's not your business partner.
That was a part of the business that we shared together. She would style and make sure that they were together. Mm-hmm. And ever since her, I never let another woman in my business. Like, no.
So she ruined it for every woman that can literally take you to the next level. This one ruined it.
You can still take me to the next level. You just won't be in the level with me, or in the car with me, or in the elevator.
Oh.
I'll be in the elevator by myself.
Or in the studio. Nothing. She's not gonna be any of those places.
Nah.
I mean, I went into business with a friend.
The dude you with now?
No, this is a female.
Okay.
I'm not with him. Wait a minute.
Tone,
we're not together. How did I go from? How did you do that?
What happened?
You know what?
Okay, go ahead.
You know what? You're not gonna let these people believe that.
The dude that you with now, y'all went into business together, and what happened?
We're not together.
Oh, okay. Y'all not together yet. Got it. Okay, go ahead.
You know what? Don't even worry about it. I'm getting married tomorrow. No. So what I am saying, I went into business with a friend. Mm-hmm. So I had this idea, right? It was an amazing idea. It was a product. This is when I was first getting into the fashion world.
Not to cut you off.
Yeah.
Do we need to do the disclaimer? Names and situations are completely fictitious to protect the guilty and not the innocent?
Yes.
Okay. All names and situations mentioned on this podcast are completely fake, false, and fictitious to protect the guilty and not the innocent. All right.
Yeah, we want to protect all parties. Gotcha. So I went into business with this girl named Lisa.
Oh, bet. Lisa.
Lisa's not a real character.
Gotcha.
But to protect
the guilty.
Yes.
Gotcha.
We had this rubber band company.
Oh.
And I had this theory to create rubber bands. This is also fictitious. The business is the business, right? But if I start naming names, I don't want to do that, right? So I had this grand idea, and she was really good at creating and designing. And as I'm telling her my idea, she says, oh, I used to do this as well. Here's a collage of everything that I've done. I thought that was so dope. I'm inspired. If I eat, you eat. If I win, you win. Let's do this together. Let's go into business together.
Okay.
That's how that happened. No mentorship, nothing.
Paperwork?
Paperwork? I had no paperwork. I had an EIN. I was
no
registered with the Secretary of State.
No agreement.
No agreement. I was young. I was ambitious. I knew nothing about business. All I knew is I had a dream, a vision, a little talent, and she had plenty of it. Talent.
Oh, she had plenty of talent.
She was gifted. And I said if I took my vision with her talent, we can come together, we can both win.
Okay.
That was the thought of it.
Okay. And what happened? What happened? What was the reason why it did not manifest? It did not come to fruition?
Because it was never her dream. It was never her vision. She approached this almost like a 9-to-5. And I actually, what I told her was, because she had a job when we started, I said, hey, why don't you quit your job, do this full time? I will pay you as my business partner $100 more than what you're making a week. So I brought her on. Now I was able to write that off on payroll, right, for the paperwork.
Right.
But technically, I hired her on another business that I had for the paperwork, and we were starting this company together. So she was able to give us 100% of her time.
Gotcha.
In my mind, this worked.
Right.
In my mind, at that time, this made complete sense.
Right.
Of course, you're gonna come and give me 150% of you. I had no idea of her work ethic. I knew nothing about her work history. I knew nothing about her relationships outside of the relationship that we were forming. I knew none of that.
Right.
I am building a business marriage with someone that I didn't even know.
Right.
But I liked her. We had great chemistry as far as creativity and things of that nature. I missed all of that.
Right.
What ended up happening, long story short, everything that happened in the business, because it started coming out of my pocket, it ended coming out of my pocket. Because the concepts and the vision started with me, it ended with me. All innovative ideas, concepts, and constructs came from me. It ended with me. It was always pouring out, and I got more pouring out than I did quality work. And what happened was we had an argument, and she went again.
You were yelling?
When it came to my money? At that time?
During the argument, were you yelling?
Yeah.
Were you cursing?
No, I didn't curse.
You didn't curse?
I didn't curse.
It wasn't a real argument.
No, because it was an issue because I'm paying and I'm not seeing results. So now I'm approaching you not as my business partner. I'm approaching you as your employer because it's coming out of my pocket.
I don't think you could do both. You can't do.
You cannot.
You can't be my employee and my business partner.
And at that time, because everything was coming from me, I ultimately took the place of the leader in it.
Absolutely.
Right. I didn't know. You got to keep in mind, I don't know anything about partnerships, anything about business, anything about even being an employer at that time. I learned through that experience how to hire people, how to be an employee. Subconsciously, I got it, right? But through experience, I got it. So I said, I don't think me paying you is going to work. She says, I agree. True story. She goes to work for another company. And she says, I completely understand it. I get to work early. I'll go around and I'm praying around the building. I'm doing all of this extra stuff for somebody that you're working for, and you wouldn't do it for yourself. And I was so offended. I was so enraged because I'm like, how can you do that for somebody else and you can't do that for yourself?
Right.
And to me, that was betrayal. It ruined our friendship.
Yeah. You don't talk to her no more?
I don't know. No.
She still call?
No. I cut ties.
You did just change your number.
Yep. I changed my number not to block people because there are a lot of people I really need to give my number to, but I changed my number for a fresh start for me. So every relationship, any number that I give out is intentional, even if it comes in the process like how we linked.
Right.
All you did was contact me and I just gave you the number.
Gotcha.
This is not that. But I did start over, and it ruined our friendship. Or if there was a friendship, I don't know. Who knows? Or it exposed it. One or the other.
Don't say I got some on my mouth.
Do you?
Said some glitter on my lip.
Where'd you get the glitter from?
My kids.
You did just take a break and come back in.
My kids have uses an Aquaphor. And so it probably had glitter like in the Aquaphor.
Of course.
I don't see it no more.
Of course there's glitter in the Aquaphor. Of course.
There's no glitter in the Aquaphor.
Of
course. It might have been glitter in the Aquaphor. It's gone now.
Yeah. Or it could have been glitter in her gloss.
My daughter's gloss that's connected with her Aquaphor in the same bag. Possibly.
Yeah, okay.
Possibly.
So what's her name? Just tell us.
My daughter's name is Jordan.
No. Yeah. The girl with the lip gloss.
Oh yeah, Jordan, my daughter.
No. The one that you left that came back with the glitter. That her.
Oh no, there's no girl. There's no girl.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean that situation sounds crazy. It
sucks.
It sounds like, and we hear stories about this all the time. Like when friendships end because of businesses souring or business relationships souring. I think I don't think that friends should go into business simply because unless the passion is the same.
Facts.
Like the passion has to be the same, the work ethic has to be the same, the vision has to be the same, because and we're gonna really talk about it. This is partnerships, this is collaborations, this is bartering, this is all of the above.
It's money.
It's all
lots of it.
Man, I'm telling you, I see it more times than not, man, when people want to barter and they want to collab, and I have my own definition for collab. Collab is the 2024 definition of I want it for free and I don't have it. I don't have it. So, and I just don't believe anybody's going to be able to barter and collab their way to the top. Like I just don't. But at the end of the day,
it's gonna cost you money.
It's gotta pay the guy.
Yeah,
pay the guy. You know what I mean? And if you come across somebody that has always been my issue. I have yet to find people that want to move the way I want to move. The way, like, there's no limits. There's no boundaries. I've been broke before. I'm not being broke again. So if that's not the same across the board, I'm just not interested in going through with it. Like
I agree.
My best friend Kris, we talk about we have the same vision for music, but I left that side of my life and now I just focus on the branding and the marketing. So now he still handles the music. He still does the artist development, the songwriting and that type of thing. And once the artist is an artist, now he brings them to me and now we work on the branding side of it. So he and I still work together. We still get money together, but but are we partners? So to speak. But are we partners? Like, are we hand in hand, step in step? Nah, I let him do his thing and he let me do mine, and and it works. I just that partnership. It's just hard to find people that match your energy.
And it's hard to separate it when it's your vision. That's your baby.
Right.
Your vision is something that almost it's birthed from inside of you.
Right.
So you have to be very careful. If I learned anything, and that she wasn't a bad person.
Right.
We both found out a lot. I'm very sure. Her intentions were pure.
Do I know her?
No, you don't know her. No.
You sure?
I'm positive. I'm positive. And I'm not calling her name. Lisa. Yeah, we know that's not her real name. But at the end of the day, I feel like she's not a bad person. It just wasn't something. And she probably didn't know it at the time when she agreed to go into business with me, that this wasn't something she was really passionate about. She found that out in the process. And I found that out in the process, right? I also found out the extent that I was willing to go. I wasn't rich, but I spent nothing less than $30,000 trying to get that started, buying equipment, buying material, posting up, putting us at events, showcasing a lot of that, marketing, branding, the website. I would do it again. Not with her, but I'd do it again.
What about the dude that you with now? Would you do it again with him? What if he wanted to do it again? Like, what if he said, hey, babe, let's run it back? Like, would you be down to run it back? Like, hypothetical, for the sake of the conversation.
Hypothetically, for the sake of the me and my dude.
Hypothetically, no, you and the dude, the business partner. The dude, the business partner.
We're not dating.
It's hypothetical.
Okay, hypothetical. I see what you're doing there. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. Don't let them back you into this corner, okay? For the sake of the argument, I'm going to say that he's there, okay?
Hypothetically.
So hypothetically,
okay.
No, I would not.
You wouldn't run it back?
I would not run it back with anyone who didn't have their own business in order.
Okay.
I dated somebody and this was in the past. This is not the guy I'm dating now. So,
y'all caught that, right? Y'all heard that.
For the sake of argument.
Y'all heard. So you called that? I bet.
And he told me we were going, into the real estate, flipping houses, contracts, things of that nature. And we were going to go into business together. And he looked at me and said, well, where's your half? And I said, and at that time, I didn't have it.
Right.
He was just like, you got to have skin in the game. I got to know that you're as equally invested as I am. Not just desire, but it needs to hit a place that you could feel, so that when we go into this together, I'm not the only one that lost. I didn't even realize that.
Right.
I would do it in that capacity.
Yeah.
We 50-50 in mindset, in work ethic. You're 100% by yourself. I'm 100% by myself. When coming together 50-50 in this one business, or we 200%. But I'm never, ever will I present something and pull you into that vision.
Yeah.
We got to match energies.
I will. There's no such thing. I'm not partnering with nothing unless it's two totally different concepts and we just happen to be able to work together. That's a partnership that I'm interested in, but I'm not interested in this branding and marketing thing. Like if there's a facet of something that I'm missing and I need to bring somebody in to do it, I'm down for that. But I ain't sharing, this is my baby.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna share my baby with somebody that didn't help birth it. You know what I mean? Because energy, I'm real big on energy, man. And I've connected with people, brought people in, hired people. And I ain't going.
I feel you on that.
I ain't going.
You got to be very careful about who you bring into the vision.
Yeah, I'm not going at all. And I don't suggest, like, so I think the question of the show was like, when do you bring in business partners? When do you bring in well, we're talking about when, and then we're talking about, do you connect with friends and loved ones? And for me, the same concept applies. Nobody is gonna have the fire that you have. Hire them. So
you would hire your wife?
No, I wouldn't. My wife would be my assistant.
Why she gotta be your assistant?
Because that's what wives do.
Who said that?
In the Bible, it talks about helpmates. So my wife would be my helpmate. She would be my assistant.
So you equate helpmate to assistant?
Well, assistants are great people.
No, that's not what I asked. We didn't ask that. What I asked is, do you equate helpmates to assistants?
I think that an assistant is a helpmate. Yeah. Yeah. I answered the question, I think, right? I think an assistant is a helpmate. My wife would be my assistant. Like, I believe that, in this thing, we talked about it earlier, you can only do one or two things. And then you can only do one or two things. You can either be great or you support the greatness of your partner. Right? And then there's exceptions to the rule, like Jay-Z and Beyonce, where they're both great in their own regard. And I think what they do to support each other's greatness is actually stay out of each other's way.
Until they come together.
Right? I'm sure Jay's not in writing sessions like, yo, don't say that. That's whack.
So do you think that Beyonce is Jay-Z's assistant?
No, but I think...
Okay, pause.
Do I think... No,
we just want to stop there. We're going to park it.
She's great. She's great. So she's not his assistant.
Okay, moving along.
But she supports his greatness.
She does support it. But she's not his assistant. You're saying your wife was in all of her greatness.
Is my wife Beyonce? If my wife was Beyonce, she would not have to support.
Well, before Beyonce was Beyonce, it was somebody else that was great, right? So you had Whitney and Bobby. Maybe.
Nah, that ain't a good one.
Hold on. Pause. Wait.
Edit that.
Run that back. What I mean is, we've got something in common, Whitney and Bobby.
What?
I'm talking greatest love of all before she met Bobby, and Bobby was every little step I take. They were both great in their own light.
Right. And then they got together, and what happened? Who demised?
Hey. I think they equally
they couldn't support each other's greatness.
They could. They supported some things.
They supported some habits. But some greatness, they had great habits.
If I wasn't a Whitney Houston
I love Whitney
fan
Houston.
to the day
I love Whitney Houston
of my death.
But she had some habits.
She did have some habits. She did. But she did not come in being his assistant. He didn't come in being hers. I feel like, to your point, and
Who got the dope?
Who got the what?
Who got the dope? Who went and got the dope? Who met the dope man to get the dope?
Whoever was doing it before they met each other. They didn't bring that to each other.
No. Who in that relationship? Who went and got the dope? Who called the dope man? The assistant? Who called the dope man?
First of all,
if I had to put my money on it,
oh my God,
Bobby Brown called the dope man, met the dope man, and picked up the dope. If I had to put my money on it,
I like to
Tone,
apologize.
you got to vote.
I like to apologize.
Tone said he out here.
Miss Sissy Houston, I'm sorry. I am a huge fan of your daughter.
Sorry, sis.
I am.
Who picked up the dope? Who picked up the dope? Who went and got? I see the glitter. Who picked up the dope? Who picked up the dope?
You know
Come
what?
on, man, like real talk.
The assistant.
So you think that they told, hey, Juan Carlos is coming to the lobby. Here's 10 grand. He's going to hand you a box full of dope. Bring it up to the room.
Well, if you look at the movie, technically there was somebody else that brought her the dope in a pen.
Who brought that's the short form. The long form dope. Who brought did Pablo deliver it? Did he come to the room and deliver it?
Here's the thing, right?
Who picked up the dope?
They probably had their own people to pick up the substance because we don't know what it was.
Oh, okay.
It could have been Percocet. It could have been
baby powder.
It could have been all of that.
Yeah.
What I am saying, and not to diminish these amazing entertainers,
I love these people,
is that there was no one greater than the other. Now, status wise, do people feel like maybe Whitney was a bigger star? Perhaps. Yes.
Still is. And he's living. I'm sorry. This is too far. I'm going too far. I'm sorry. She's still a bigger star. And he's with us. He's amongst us.
You know what? So I'm just trying to run this back. My thing is, you can't diminish her to an assistant.
No, you can't.
Because there are certain circumstances where that does not apply.
You can't diminish Whitney to an assistant. You can't diminish Beyonce to an assistant. But you can diminish Wanda to an assistant. Wanda, Leon's girlfriend in Snowfall.
Wow.
She was an assistant.
She was
until she went to Africa and found.
When she went to Africa, she
went to Africa,
assisting the world.
Keep your chick out of Africa because you're gonna lose her.
Keep your chick out of Africa.
Listen,
oh my God!
You're gonna lose your business partner in
She's
Africa.
She's gonna see the light.
You're gonna lose your business partner.
So to that point, the moment a woman sees her worth, and she sees what you have, you just have to make sure that y'all are on the same page in life. I think she can only assist your greatness if it is a direct reflection of the greatness she sees in herself. You can humble yourself in greatness to support greatness and vice versa, depending on how it works in life. I wouldn't submit to anything less than great. I wouldn't assist or support anything that was less than great. If you don't see yourself as great, there's only one or two things that's going to happen in this relationship. Either I'm going to sell you on greatness or you're going to sell me in failure. Two can't walk together unless they agree. So
talk about it. I think that was your motivational, inspirational thing too. Yeah, I think that was it. So the moral of the story is, do you get your friends and your family and y'all jump in business together, or do you hire what you need until you find someone that can support you in partnership?
I'm with all of that. What you just said.
Okay.
You hire, you build, believe in your stuff, and when they come, they're either gonna believe with you, support you, or you keep it moving.
That's gangster. Well, listen, I think that's the moral of the story, man. Next episode, I don't even know what we talk about on the next episode. I don't.
Yeah, that was good though.
That was a good one.
You gotta stay tuned because typically I already know how this works.
How's it work?
You'll call. We'll figure it out in the middle of the night, and it's gonna be hot.
It's gonna be dope.
I can't wait.
So Kris is about to leave and go get with her
I knew you was
dude.
going there. We couldn't end this on a clean note.
She's going to get with her dude / business partner. And I got some shoots we're gonna knock out today. But listen, I think this was a great pod. If you are an entrepreneur, if you are a high-powered entrepreneur, you're looking to attract new clients, you're looking to sell high-ticket items, you're looking to multiply your income, and you don't have a large social media following, or you think that you need a large social media following to do so, listen, let's have a conversation. We're going to have the link at the bottom of the screen. Make sure you tap in. If you are a podcaster, if you're an aspiring podcaster, you're looking to launch your new podcast, you got great ideas, you want to start your own podcast, listen, click the link at the bottom of the screen. Make sure that we get you tapped in. The Brand One Network is looking for podcasts. In collaboration with APMP Media, it's going to be a real big thing. Make sure you tap in. I think that's it for us today, Kris. No?
That's it.
Listen.
I think we're good.
My name is Jarvis Releford.
And I am Kris Kinder.
And remember, responsible brands, brand responsibly. And this is the Making the Brand Podcast.